Hey guys, I'm SartorialPhil. Welcome back to my channel. This is a selected looks runway review of Louis Vuitton men's fall winter 2022 to 2023. So this premiered in January of 2021 and I was actually in Paris. I was fortunate enough to get to go to the showroom, which is after the show, where you can look at the products in more detail. They don't necessarily show all of the products there. It's usually the ones that they think would be commercialized. So there were definitely a few things that were missing that were in the show that were not in the showroom. So on my Instagram page, I have much more details, and I think some of you probably already seen them circulating around. So I'll link that to the description where if you want to find more detailed photos from the products that were in the showroom, where you can see a bit more detail, you could check me out there. In this video, I'm going to select a few of the looks that I wanted to mention, and I'll show some details from the showroom as well. And at the end, I'll have a slideshow of all of the, I believe, 67 or 68 looks as well, if you want to go through it there. So this first look, it's all black. I think it's kind of a tribute to Virgil passing away. This is his final collection, and it's a pretty simple silhouette, but he does this thing with, he changes the closure sometimes on the tailoring. So here it's kind of like a crystal, I think it's like a leaf, a acanthus leaf design you can kind of see on the first button. And then this is another almost all black look, but the dress shirt and the hat is white. And we see a version of the flower bouquet bag, and this is not in the canvas version, but the black and white. This one I did not see in the showroom, but the other one that's in the monogram, which we'll see later, was in the showroom, and I have a few more details of that one. This one is another all black look, and I think this jacket here echoes, it reminds me of the Notre Dame jacket that he did a few seasons ago. It was like in a slate blue color with the embroidered detail, and the hat here is also, I think, very signature and playful of Virgil, and it was also in the showroom. You can't see it that well here, but he's carrying a pochette. I think this is like the A4 pochette. And this is in a padded leather, and this reminds me very much of his first LV 2054 capsule collection. This was, I think, one of the first purple looks. You can see the closure a bit more clearly, like the crystal in this suit jacket. And you can also see a padded keep-all as well. And this one was, I did see this one. This is another purple look on top, and it reminds me of when he did the inflatable jackets. I don't think this one was necessarily inflatable. I don't remember seeing it, but the paint can that he's holding is, I think, going to be commercialized, and it should come with a shoulder strap. It's not being shown here, but in the teaser photos from Louis Vuitton's official account, they had showed it with the shoulder strap. And this look just combines a lot of the graphics I think Virgil had made, or the style he had made for the line while he was there. Definitely much more modern styling of the graphics. And again, you can see he's holding the same paint bucket here, the purple one, and gloves is also something I think Virgil was interested in his collections. I remember I believe even the first one had the rainbow set of gloves. Varsity jackets also were a big thing for Virgil. So this design you can see has a cherub on the bottom left, and it usually features different kinds of patches. I think one of my favorite ones is actually the green one with the skeleton, and I kind of am regretting that I didn't get that. And I think those sizes were really hard to get as well. And I would imagine the varsity jackets are going to be quite a collector's item, especially this one being his last one. And in his collection, he references art a lot, even in off-white as well. So this one is the Painter's Studio, but it's transformed into more of like a tapestry format. Tie-dye was another big design element for Virgil. So this one is done in fur. And this is another, I forget which artwork is this, but it's also translated to more of a fabric form. And this one you can't see as well, but he's holding a hard-sided case. This is like the box clutch of the wavy monogram design with the blurred out monogram. And it does create kind of an optical illusion because for the most part, your brain recognizes that it is the classic brown monogram, but it's blurred out. And so your brain is sort of instinctively trying to focus it for you so you see the pattern. But in actuality, it is blurred and it's flat. It's not a focusing issue. And it keeps switching in and out between looking focused and looking blurred. This purple keep ball was also featured before the show, but I don't think they're going to actually make this one because I didn't see it in person. And it was like different levels of scales, like sequins, and the Louis Vuitton monogram and the monogram flowers are attached somewhat of a random arrangement over it. Here is the other flower bouquet I was talking about that was actually in the showroom, and I think they're going to make this one. What you can't really see just from the pictures is that it's actually a usable bag. So the model is holding it by the top handle, but it comes with a shoulder strap. The D-rings are in the back, and there's a zippered compartment. Basically, the whole where you see all the monogram canvas, it's basically empty. The flowers are only attached to the top, so there's no stems to the flower. So if this was like a vase, the entire vase is empty, so it could be practically used as a bag. And then here's a larger piece from that damier transparent monogram design. Here's a head-to-toe look with a different floral design, like a brocade or jacquard, because it's woven, it's not a print, unlike I think it was his second spring-summer show where he had painted the flowers on the monogram Eclipse. I think this is a better execution of it, but the colors can make it look a bit dated, so I think styling is going to be very important. But seeing it in person, I did really appreciate it a lot more. Here with this look, you see a pocket, like a pouch design. I think it's attached to the belt, but that's also something that Virgil made popular with the men's line, is adding pockets and pouches to clothing, especially the jackets and vests. This look featured the other monogram. This is like a rock climbing design, and those monogram flowers, which are like the grips, they're slightly plushy. This is definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I will say it looks better in person. And this was a very signature piece, so it has the flowers similar to the one you saw the model holding with the bouquet, but this one is draped over a keep ball. So here, this is the white and baby blue varsity jacket. It's similar design, but it has a cherub, but it's on both sides, and I think there's different patches on the arms as well as the back. And the skirt is something Virgil did with, I think he did quite a bit with Off-White. This shirt combines, I think, all of the prints that weren't the artworks used in this collection. You have like a bandana, and then you see the floral design here, but I think this is a silk shirt. And then you also see this kind of damier-like pattern. And when I looked more closely, they almost look like archival prints or marketing prints, old-timey illustrations. And this is the final look that I'm selecting. There were, I think, 3 models that had these wing attachments to the back. I'm pretty sure these were only for the runway show. I highly doubt they'll commercialize it. I mean, this is definitely more couture. Virgil did this, I believe it was also the second spring-summer collection, spring-summer 2020. So that's just a few of the selected looks with some details to show you. Obviously, there were quite a few more looks, and I'll show you the slideshow at the end of this if you wanted to continue to watch. But if you wanted to see more details in basically the items that were available in the showroom, You can check out my Instagram page and you can kind of flip through some of the details, and I collected a few clips that I put in a reel as well that you can watch. So I'd love to know what you think about this collection, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.